What's going on, everybody? This is Peter Renna back with another pickups video for you. I actually made it out to a store yesterday once I found out they were actually open and letting people in, which was kind of cool. I haven't been to a shop in a long time. I've been, as you know, with my dollar bin stuck digging my own boxes, so it was nice to actually get to digging into boxes with stuff I haven't seen because it's not actually mine. Again, thankfully, it was pretty empty. It was a early Saturday afternoon. You had to wear a mask. They had complimentary gloves, which were also required for you to flip through the boxes. So that that was also a nice touch. And I think only like maybe three other people showed up in the hour I was there digging. I dug through the price back issue boxes and the dollar bin stuff because it'd been a while, and I was just happy to get out of the house just for a little while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you some of the price books that I got first as part of this pickups video, and then probably break off the dollar bin stuff into a second video that I will do for my dollar bin digging for this week. So bear with me as I throw a few things out there of stuff that I picked up mostly the last 2 days, but basically this week. One of the things I actually grabbed was this Punisher glass I actually got from Midtown with my last Midtown order of last week. Shout out to my man, Comic Man Andy. I know he's a big Punisher fan. I saw this glass and it was only like, I don't know, 10 or 11 bucks on there, and I was ordering stuff anyway, so I figured out, why not? So another tune tumbler for my growing collection of glasses. The only other mail call I bought these Thrawn ones pretty cheap. I think they were like $1.80 each on average. So again, to cut the costs on the shipping, since it's a few bucks to ship. So I bought 3 of them just in case. You never know. With Thrawn getting some heat, I figured his number one maybe see interest, and I needed one for my my Thrawn set because the number one I already had was a second print, so I just kind of wanted a first print to go with the rest of my 6-issue run for Thrawn. I still don't have that Matina. I don't know if it's a 1 in 50. I think it's a 1 in 50. Whatever the ratio is, it sells for a lot. It's a great cover, but I'm probably not going to have that one in my collection because I don't really want to pay those prices. So again, grab a couple of those, and then for the other books I grabbed at this shop, I saw this book there the last time I was at this particular shop right before quarantine hit, and hemmed and hawed, thought about it, and probably should have bought it when I was there. Thankfully, it was still there when I went back to dig, and that is this Green Lantern 25, the 1 in 25 variant. This is the first appearance of Larfleeze and Atrocitus, I believe. So I really wanted to have this book. I mean, I have the regular as part of my Green Lantern run, but I really wanted the 1 in 25. So I'm glad it was still there. So I think I paid ratio for it, which is more than I normally like to pay for incentives. But I figured, you know what? I think this book has some legs. If not, I mean, it's from my PC anyway, but still, it's been a while since I bought books, so I splurged, especially considering I saved quite a bit on some of the other books I'm about to show you that I found at the shop. This one's not popped yet, but first Aura Singh, I believe, in this issue. It's got some possibilities. Again, you're going to see some more Star Wars stuff because I can't help myself to keep buying Star Wars books. But again, you can see I paid $4 for it, which, it's not cheap, but I mean, if you buy it online, you're going to pay a lot more for that. It's at least, I don't know, probably 12 to 15. Then you got to worry about shipping and all that stuff. So for $4, I thought it was an easy grab. I'm not sure if I already had one or not. So again, if it's an extra, it's an extra. Another one, similar case as that, is Star Wars 19. Also another first appearance in here. I don't know, I'm going to pronounce her name wrong, but yeah. You know who it is. If not, check out the Star Wars Master List on comicbookinvest.com. It has tons of first appearances. I sometimes forget names and characters like that, and rely on numbers and just my visual memory when I remember a cover, and just see it and go back to grab it. So again, sorry I'm unprepared. Maybe I'll edit something in that clears up with this first appearances, but my mind's just drawing a blank. Maybe it's just this afternoon drinking. I don't know. But again, for $4, I figured why not. I might have another one of these as well, but again, an extra $4 ain't gonna break my back. Moving on. These Star Wars Jedi one shots seem to all be kind of growing. The Mace Windu hit first. Then the Yoda one kind of popped a bit, and I just keep an eye on the others. Only a couple more. One of which is this Shakti one, which I actually paid, what was it, $6. So I paid $6 for this one, which is only $1 over cover. This is a $4.99 cover, even when it was new. So again, not too bad. Again, I think this is probably like a $15 book, maybe 10 to 15. You can find them online, thereabouts. I think there's a Dooku one as well, and I know I'm missing somebody else. But the Mace Windu is the big boy right now, and that is followed by the Yoda one. I bought one of these like 2 weeks ago, and I paid a little bit close to market, and now I was able to find this one for $6. So now I have two. Maybe I'll try to flip one just to offset the cost of the other one. Just kind of offset the cost of my entire lot here. Basically, that's usually what I like to do, especially with the dollar bin digging type stuff. Like I sell just a little bit, but it's mostly just to buy more books. So next was a book that I was actually considering paying close to market. I just kind of wanted one, and I've been selling a few things on eBay, so I had a little bit extra PayPal money, and I had been looking. I had put some bids out on this particular book, and to no avail. I lost because I did not want to jump into the prices that it was reaching. But luckily, I found one here at the shop for $5, so I didn't have to drop the $50, $60, $80, $100 asks and plus that this thing has been going for. This is a first appearance of Boba Fett's daughter. I think it might even be just like a hologram, or she's a baby. It is the first. People like it. There's the photo cover. I believe it's orange of this one as well. That's also selling pretty well. But I just wanted one again for my collection, and to find it for $5, I consider that a big win. So I'm glad to add that one to the pile. I'll stick this up in here for a little while. And I know you've heard this a lot on the site, and many people, have been pumping and talking about Star Wars, because pumping is the wrong word, but championing. They're championing the idea of these Star Wars books, because this is like the next area that we can really explore. Like MCU, as great as it has been, it's over a decade old now. We don't know exactly where it's going, and people are speccing years out on MCU stuff, so the chances of finding stuff is getting tougher and tougher. The DC universe, we don't know. Valiant, they just didn't quite make it, and everybody's looking for everything else, the Hasbro universe and whatnot. But Star Wars is already a property that has a huge fan base. They have completed their Skywalker saga, so we don't know exactly where they're going next. All we do know is one of the first things they did since that Skywalker saga basically kind of wrapped was Mandalorian, and people loved it. So there's a lot of things growing out of this Disney Plus and potential movies in the future, and we just don't know. Every character that seems to be mentioning, rumored, and they're cast or not cast, from Ahsoka to General Thrawn to possibilities of Boba Fett's daughter, these books are hitting. There's just a lot of opportunity out there, and there's just a lot of, it's undiscovered country for a lot of us, and that's what I find very exciting about it, and why I keep buying. And the Star Wars Tales is a great run for that, and that's why I grabbed this other one. It's number 17, which actually was $6. And these are $6 cover books, by the way. So we basically paid undercover, because this does have a couple of ticks on the number 7 there. But 17, I like this this Maul image here on the front, and a whole bunch of Sith. I don't think this one does too much, but all of these Star Wars tales are starting to rise a little bit. I mean, there's just a new issue popping up. There's number 19 has the first Ben Skywalker, I believe, in there, or Ben Solo. I'm not sure what they called them, but first Ben Skywalker, I believe it is in 19. And then you got 23 and 24. You got the Darth Revan stuff. You've got the Darth Nihilus. You've got what's another one? I think number 9 has a pretty cool couple of Darth Maul covers too that aren't too bad. So this entire Star Wars Tales run is something you should keep an eye out for. Again, these are $6 thick. They're thick, almost square bound books. I'm not seeing staples. They're like square bound type books, so they're more closer to a prestige format. If they get ticked, they're ticked. There's no pressing out spine ticks on these bad boys. But it's still, again, something to look out for, because if you can find them for cheap, I would recommend grabbing them. So just kind of wrap up then my non-dollar bin pickings. I also grabbed a few things out of the flea market. This is the only one of these that I paid more than $1 for. I paid $3 for, and this is a Wizard. Which one is this? 44. It's a Campbell cover. I just need to complete my Wizard. My Wizard run, my collection of Wizards. I'm getting there. I grabbed a few more. These were all $1 that I grabbed. Again, these are still sealed. A couple of these. They still got the inserts in them. You find these things, like, people don't care. Here's an open one. But these are just books. Again, I like to have them because I like flipping through them, and I'll eventually get back to doing more Wizard rewinds. But I don't know. Once I find the time. I'll get back to doing them. It's also kind of tough because Wizard is they get kind of stuck. Like their top 10 lists that I like to look back on, they get kind of redundant. So you can go like a whole year and it's like the same 15 books rotated in and out for like an entire year back in the 90s of the same like number ones, X-Men, X-Force, like it's same books were showing up each and every time. So it's not that entertaining to look back on if you do it too close together. So I just kind of took a little bit of a break. I'll get back. I did a whole year's worth one a month, and I'll probably do that again starting sometime soon. I'm just gonna see if I can grab a few more books and flip through this stuff, check the casting calls, and I don't know. I look forward to getting back to doing it again. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been able to write one, and I hope to get to do it soon. Outside of that, I still do have a pile of dollar bin books, but like I said, I'm going to break those off, film that separately in just a few seconds. So if you're interested in seeing the dollar bin pickups that I had from the shop, and I'm going to split it off to the books that I got today at the flea market, you can see what I grabbed in that video if you're interested. So thanks for checking this stuff out, and I'll have more for you soon. Later.